Peace, everybody. Welcome to episode 388 of the Konfidence in the Klutch Podcast with Donald Nelson on the Konfidence in the Klutch Network. Click that bell for notification, new content when I drop, wherever you listen. And if you're watching on YouTube, new media, energy up, health as well. Welcome back, y'all. We're getting back into the swing of things. Today is my last day off for summer break. You know what I mean? You know, from the regular school year, always working in summer, doing summer school, but this year, they changed the schedule on us, the calendar on us, and I had a whole month. I can't remember the last time I did not work for a month. It was hell. Like, I'm not just sitting at the crib cat, I was staying up too late, 2, 3, 4, watching Ozark. Shout out to Clee. She challenged me to watch it. I watched it. I didn't like the ending. But, playing a game, just chilling. You know what I mean? Didn't make no music, though. That's the thing, but Jay was over here, shout out to Jay, and untucked the hot bin for him, and he said, I got some heat over here, so that's somebody that dropped albums. He said, I got some heat over here. I don't think he was giving me lip service to just say that because I'm his guy, so, because when I turned some stuff on, he was like, that's what I'm talking about right there. So, it is what it is, though, man. But, yeah, this is my last day off, so I said, I got to put on a jersey or something, you know what I'm saying? I could have put on a different tank top, but I had to put on the brown jersey from when they won a chip. This got 6 on that joint. So I popped the tag on this. Like, I'm just going to wear it today because this joint gets retired. This is the one he won the Lakers championship with. So not that 23, that's 6. So we'll see, though. But, yeah, just shout out to everybody, man. Miracles and blessings to everybody that's returning back to school, including my daughter and everybody else's daughters and everybody else's sons. With me, this is my last year. This is her senior year, so that's a whole last time, first school picture last time, this last time, getting the shoes last time. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So shout out to everybody. We want to pray for a healthy and safe year for these children. We don't want nobody to get abused, in the building. We don't want anybody to get shot in the building, stabbed, overdose. We don't want no mass shootings in any schools in the country, in the world, whatever. We want to keep the children safe. If we don't protect our children, we ain't shit. So we always got to protect the babies, got to protect the children, y'all. So that's everybody's inalienable or indalienable right. However you want to look at it, we got to protect these children, man. So I think we're ready to roll. We done got everything down that I need to talk with y'all about. Yeah, let's do it. Y'all know what I'm doing. I'm starting with something we're going to let the beat build. You know what I mean? Remember, I'm rocking one beat each pod. We're going to let it build. Let me know what y'all think, man. We back. All right. Let's talk about the DNC. I was going to come on last week, but I'm like, man, I don't know if I really want to talk like that because I didn't want to split it up. But I should have, but, we're just going to run through it. Jasmine Crockett showed up day one, showed out, cried, showed love to Kamala. Hillary set up Joe beautifully, right? Referring to cracks in the glass ceiling that she helped create in 2016 when she ran against Trump, that she cracked. She don't want, the way she was talking, she didn't want anybody to forget 2016 and how Trump came into power and won the race, but Hillary, got to understand, he was able to win the race because you refused to campaign in certain states thinking you had them bitches wrapped up, and he was able to come in and swoop them joints up, and that was the thing. So I love the party for sending Joe off that way. Like, I'm, loving how Joe was, because he was still sharp. He's always been sharp, he's just older, you know what I mean? He went out as a champion on his own terms with 40-plus years in public service and office enough. Well done, Joe. You get the round of applause for what you did because people don't know how much money this man has put in the black community since he's been in office and in poor people community and in the inner cities of every major metropolitan area to improve the everything from lead laterals, getting lead out of the water, to, putting up money so that people can develop new housing, not low income, all the time, but just new housing opportunities. Making sure economic zones are in place so that in the hood, so that we can thrive more with small business like myself going into. Making sure that our youth is trained in the workforce if they don't go to college and all that stuff. Like, he did a lot, and there's a lot of grants out here. And if you're a black woman, man, there's a lot of grants out here to get your business, your startup, as I am, out here and get money. You know what I mean? Like, it's just ain't no way else to put it. He's making it that blacks and minorities and poor people can get out here and start their own little businesses and do what you got to do. And if you're doing things that serve economic zones and economic opportunity zones and economic hubs, which is most of the time, like I said, in the inner city with poor black, brown, yellow minorities, man, he did a lot. He did a lot for black women, you know what I mean, as far as in his term as president, you know what I mean? So he put a black woman with him as his vice president, put the first black woman on the Supreme Court, put more black women federal judges than any other, all the other presidents combined. Like, man, like, he looking, I don't know, y'all don't see this shit, y'all don't see everything. He's providing a way with this home ownership stuff so that we can get equity back and do this stuff that we need to do and to catch up. Well done, Joe. Day 2. Roll call. You know what I'm saying? DJ Casper did his thing. Cali was the last state. California love. We're going to be all right. And they not like us. The next episode, and then went back to California love. I love that. Shout out to DJ Casper. Kamala has walked her own race right now, right? In a month, Kamala's raised so much dough. Like, I think they said like $500 million in a month. We had unprecedented speaking night 1. Now night 2. Kamala comes in the mill, like, and she came out on night 1. Ain't nobody presidential nominee never came out on night 1, but she came out letting everybody know, hey, man, I'm here. This is what we doing. But she accepted the Democratic nomination after roll call in the mill, where the Republicans had their convention, you know, a month earlier. Is love. Doug did a great job introducing himself and showing who Kamala is as a woman to him and his children. Hakeem. Trump is the old boyfriend that spins the block consistently after you broke up with him 4 years ago. That was funny. I love that. Michelle gave me chills coming out to Stevie, a classic. That dress, I thought the dress was bad as fuck, so I kept on typing like I like dresses, short, mini, maxi, sun, long, short again. All good with me, right? However, that was a pantsuit. I thought it was a dress. Dope. Michelle is the shit. We all know that. We all need a friend, a coworker, a comrade, a homie like that that's going to talk that shit for you. And when it's time, they're going to be there to vouch for you. Especially with these dumb niggas that hate Kamala. We need somebody like that. Everybody, we all do. Michelle's cosign will be more important than anyone's when it comes to women, right? Failing forward, affirmative action of generational wealth. She spit that shit. You know, back in the days, it was though when they go low, we go high shit. Nah. When they go low, we can get down dirty with you motherfuckers. Because y'all talk a lot of cash shit until you get punched in the face. The bully is always cool when you're the bully until you get punched in your motherfucking face, right? Went straight at Trump with that black hate shit, right? That you coming at Kamala and all that shit, fuck all that. You came at us, fuck all that. You coming after a black job. You know what I mean? So what you talking about? It's over, G. So when she said that shit was funny. I was like, yo, she got to be careful, though. They're going to be calling for Michelle to run and shit. Like, they're going to be calling for her to run, G. That's what it looked like. And I'm like, I hope the whole thing don't backfire like with the whole talking. Because she's so eloquent. Great fucking speech. It will be studied. Like, she emceed the crowd with a call and response and shit. Do something. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We don't have to call and ask you to support us and all this shit. That's foolish. Like, motherfucker, just y'all know what y'all need to do. I'm asking you to do something. We ain't got to call you. Don't be waiting for somebody to ask you for your fucking vote. Y'all know what to do. Then Barack came out. You know Barack. Gave it up to Joe as he should. That was a great pick for vice president, right? His sentiment was the same as Michelle's. The shit will be close. His message is who will fight for you. And that's that. I tell everybody, it ain't about Republican and Democrat. It's about what platform that will fight for you. We all got problem with conservative Republicans. We also got problems with liberal Democrats. Martin Luther King told us our worst enemy is not the Republican conservatives. It's the liberal Democrat who shits on us that people don't pay attention to, right? So we know that for a fact. Said Donald is a complainer, childish, and they talking about crowd sizes and like referencing he's obsessed with his dick size because somebody called him out about his dick size before. Crazy, classic. He talked about Tim's flannels having come from a political consultant and shit. They've been through some shit. That's what he wanted to say, right? Division, right? Just everything. We don't have to agree with one another. We just need to find a way to live with one another. That's just it. Talked about platform, affordable housing, healthcare, and keeping the Affordable Care Act. Joked about how now that it's popular, it's not called Obamacare anymore. Like, man, no doubt. He's a G. Obama's a G. Talking about affordable college and other ways to get to the middle class. Yes, she can. Talked about the shit in the Middle East, that we can't solve their shit, however we can broker peace. Like, man, he kept it real, kept it thorough. Everybody got a problem. We already know we supply Israel's, in our budget every year, we got defense money for them, military budget for them. They use our weapons, use our technology to protect themselves over what happened when we went and helped them not get slaughtered off by the Germans and the other motherfuckers over in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to understand, them been the homies. It's fuck, they've been the homies. We've been looking out for them. We just can't stop looking out for them. You know what I mean? The most fucked up thing about all that shit, besides them losing all them people during the Holocaust, is that they went in and they gave them somebody else land. That was some bullshit. He said, when little brother gets out a gun and shoots at cats when he wants, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the best way I can do the whole Israel-Palestine shit. I know they're our little brother, but they can't go get our guns and shoot at cats whenever they want, even though they were provoked by that massacre at that concert and shit. I get it. But they're using our weapons to fight Hamas. Like, so yeah, they gotta figure it out. But Hamas want to get off our fucking land, B. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, y'all keep on encroaching on us, that y'all pushing us away from where our land was. And they doing because they got the power, because they got the weapons. And man, yeah, that's tough though. But when you understand it, you got to be down with anybody that's oppressed. So Israel, y'all were oppressed, and now y'all oppressing people. Like, it's just like blacks oppressing immigrants. You know what I'm saying? And talking shit. Like, no, we ain't doing that. All right. Now, the best move of day 2 was Kamala and Walz campaigning in Wisconsin. The background conversation in the back room had to be, we don't want to have Kamala uncomfortable for the love Michelle gets right here in her fucking face, right? You and I know we will vote for Michelle. You and I know we will vote for Michelle. It's not an either or, it's a fact. Michelle, like, just is Michelle. I watched Michelle and Barack's speeches not once but twice. And they complimented each other very well on the second watch. Both were powerful, needed. I don't think America knew how much we appreciated the Obamas. We missed them. I know Obama did some fucked up shit during his presidency with the most drone strikes in Africa than any other president ever. There was, that Northeastern Africa and all this shit and all that, but they did, they're going to talk about what about the Sudan and all that shit. Y'all didn't go in and help. Geopolitics, man. Geopolitics. But we missed the Obamas. You know what I mean? Things were better for the most part. Kamala can give us that same hope again, right? If these dumb niggas vote for her, like 20% of the black men voted for Trump in 2020 type shit, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Up from 12 from 2016. So we got to figure it out, man. Fuck out of here, y'all. Day 3, Clinton, Shapiro, we know what's happening. Bill did his thing. Oprah, her glasses were phenomenal. Brought up she's lived in and seen the country from everywhere. Brought up the cat lady she would help to save in the burning house. They was going at Trump with all the shit he said. Oprah says she's a registered independent, right? Dope. So am I. Shit, I ain't registered independent, but I'm a moderate independent for real. So she's reaching out to independents and undecided people. Like, that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers was crying and shit. They're like, they really love America at the thing. And the Democrats changed up shit with all these American flags because they looked at as the liberals that want to burn a flag and all this shit. Plenty red, white, and blue. So, you know what I mean? Oprah was telling motherfuckers, choose common sense over nonsense. Motherfucker, make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? So she laid it down. Westmore, somebody doesn't have bone spurs. You know what I'm saying? Shots like motherfucking all. Motherfucker, I ain't got bone spurs that I can't go to the military food. So I like dog. He'll be president one day. Trust from the governor of Maryland. Mayor Pete, classy as usual. John Legend and Sheila E. doing the Prince Let's Go Crazy. Sheila E. still look good. You know what I'm saying? And it was rocking with the Let's Go Crazy before they brung out Tim Walls. Sister on the guitar was mad dope. And he was playing a hat between her legs and another drum behind her, like blah, 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 blah. She was doing some shit I can't even do because my shoulder hurt. You know what I mean? So they rap for Prince for sure. Amy Klobuchar came out, talked that cash shit, and waltzed. Football team showed love. You know what I'm saying? It's a Jeff Tim. My fault. Waltz. You know what I'm saying? He not playing around. His son Gus loves his dad and shit like that. He's not fucking around the way he talk. So right now, it is what it is. We can't talk about what is, what ifs, and who we should have got. That team got to be the team that performs. It's just simple. Trump blasted back on the campaign saying he's going to start to get personal thanks to Obama getting personal. Blah, 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 blah. Day 4, many in the crowd wore white in homage to the suffragists per Jasmine Wright. Mad people tonight. They had D.L. Hewley, you know what I'm saying? Talking about Kamala's been black longer than Trump's been a Republican. Only way he can keep her out of the White House if he buys it and won't rent it to her. And finally, he'll get left for a younger woman. Bars said, he talked a lot of bad shit about Kamala and he apologized for the shit on TV, national TV, international TV. Said Kamala invited him to her house after he was talking mad shit to her. She told him to do his research. He apologized to her. Love that. Dope. Black man, are you fucking listening? He did the research. He was wrong. And now he say he did. Y'all gonna say he got paid off to do the shit. Everything ain't gotta be cynical like that, yo. We had school shooting survivors, teachers and parents and people who lost their children from gun violence. Just talking about sensible gun laws. That's all we need. Gabby Gifford, still jazzy, funny as hell, full of life. Her husband, Senator Mark Kelly. You know what I mean? He did his thing. Pink. You know what I'm saying? It's like, obviously she can't be there because we got the Beyonce song, but whatever. You know what I mean? For Kamala theme song, but whatever, because all the shit she was saying back in the day with talking shit about Beyonce and doing her dance, and I ain't like that. Big Gretch was there, and Kamala's beautiful, beautiful, fine-ass sister Maya was there. At 57, shit, she looked like she's 37. Shit. Blessed. Roy Cooper. Then it got game time. So it's game time. Let's bring these drums in. Right? All right. It's game time. So, everybody had that TMZ shit. I had Dame. Shout out to Dame. Dame called. Was at Target talking about, hey, man, my friend mother is at DNC, says she seen Taylor Swift and Beyonce kicking it, like, downtown. Like, so who knows if this shit was going to happen? It didn't happen, though. All I said is if she did come, she got to come out with Kendrick. She can't do the song without Kendrick being there. And that would have been over. Kamala's blue, that Howard blue, that navy blue, her pantsuit was dope as fuck. They gave it up for her for real. Like 3 to 4 minutes of applause. You can still tell in her speech she's grieving over moms. You can feel it in her words. Kamala talked about family and upbringing, parents splitting, American story, right? There's more single white women than black women, right? There's more divorced white women than black women just off the sheer numbers, but percentage-wise, more black women are divorced than white women. Talked about what a second Trump presidency would look like, what he already did. We're not going back. Talked about all the shit Donald wants to cut, Obamacare, Social Security, Department of Education, Head Start wants to build. And she's like, I want to build the middle class, which would define her presidency, of course. Kamala wants to create an economic opportunity for everyone. Talked about ending America's housing shortage. Wants a middle class tax cut. Women need to make their own decisions on their own lives and matters of the home. All the shit she's supposed to say. All the shit Trump and the Republicans are trying to do around women's rights and reproductive freedom is bullshit. Like, I don't understand it, but it comes back to replacement theory. Scary asses. They think because all the shit you done did, motherfucker gonna come at you, scary asses. You were the agitator, you were the aggressor, you were the controller, you were the conqueror. If it's your turn, it's your motherfucking turn. Kamala spent mad time on that as she should have about the women shit, because that's going to save her ass. Get them white women in the suburbs because they know their daughters and shit. Gone are the days of sending your daughter to school to find a husband. You sending your daughter to school to find a career. If she slip up, she need to have the option to whatever, if that's what she chooses to do. It's that simple. Talked about the bipartisan border policy bill that Trump killed. Talked about we always had the best military in the world, and she respects our troops and their sacrifice, which Trump shit on. Talking about, what he say, like suckers get caught and shit, like just real foul, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk about standing strong with NATO. Talked about Israel versus Palestine. That we need a hostage swap and a ceasefire. And you know what I'm saying? I'm always going to support Israel with the right for them to defend themselves, to never face what they faced before. If we stand up for motherfuckers need to stand up for us, but they don't. However, talked about Palestine has the right to be free and being proud of who they are and having self-determination and to be able to live in peace in their own land too. So it's just, that's a hell of a dichotomy. They can't be free with Israel's tyranny and America's weapons. That little brother getting shit on social media, come in my room and grab my pistol and just busting that, and hey, we can't have that. She said, fuck Iran, said, fuck Putin, said, fuck Kim Jong-un and shit. Like, they all want Trump to win. Like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? She said, none of us has to fail for all of us to succeed. So that's it. That's it. I said, damn. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. 59-year-old black woman to be president. I said, I could see that. My children have saw a black man be president, a woman run for president, and a black woman become vice president, and now one for the office. Man. So if we get into the compare and contrast of the RNC and the DNC, right? DNC was refreshing. Why? To see the cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. No, the RNC was refreshing. I'm sorry. Why? People gonna say, how's that refreshing? To see the cuckoo for Cocoa Puff shit they were on, stiff and stuffy as fucking shit, like, you know what I mean? With mad money in the room and shit like that. On the other hand, the DNC party is a party. You saw more of America at that joint. That's what America looks like, you know what I mean? More of my neighbors, more of my coworkers and shit. Two different worlds. The messaging, one was good, one was evil. You make a choice and go fucking vote, whatever you do. But I'm going to go back to what Obama said. Barack, he said, Barack said, where the fuck is it? What is it? Damn, what'd he say? Fuck. Basically, though, you gotta go with what platform is going to be great for you. You know what I mean? That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? So, be all right. So, that's the DNC shit. Make a choice. Make a choice and vote for somebody, y'all. All right. I just believe it was day 2 of the DNC. As we moving on, they talked about 3,200 migrant children are missing. 3,200. They can't be found. They haven't made it to court because when you get caught up, you still got to go to court illegally trying to come in the country. So I'm like, either they've been name changed and placed in homes or sent back by themselves, because these are the unaccompanied minors that come through that they said they wish people would stop because those children are being sex trafficked and all types of things and killed and shit on the way, and that's not cool. But I'm like, did they send them back since they arrived by themselves or very unfortunately forced to work or traffic? Like, yeah, I mean, like, and that's where there's too many chefs in the kitchen with this one, too many agencies. This is terrible. You cannot lose 3,200 migrant children. And the border policy was separating them from their parents. That's totally different than the ones that come over here unaccompanied by an adult, man. So, yeah, hopefully they get to the bottom of that. But where are those children at, yo? Where are those children at? That's unacceptable, regardless. But how was they supposed to keep track of them? Like, I just think it's too many fucking agencies, man. I don't think it's hard to do to keep track of the children because they got to be housed somewhere unless y'all sent them back. You know what I mean? Unless y'all sent them back You know what I mean? Y'all can't be. I hope that my worst fear is that they're working somewhere, and we sent them somewhere to work, and they work in the farms or whatever factory you got here and some bullshit. That'd be my worst fear, and we'll be fucked up for that. We'll be harmed forever if we doing that with immigrant children that come here unaccompanied by adults. So then we could just use them however the fuck we want to. But don't that sound like America? In the comments. All right. Harley Davidson, John Deere, and Tractor Supply have all ended their DEI practices and support of LGBTQIA and other, woke groups or causes and shit. Like, I'm trying to understand. Because my thing is, y'all just lost mass support. Like, Bobby Starbuck, a conservative activist, had organized online backlash towards companies over their policies. So this is a conservative Republican. Like, oh, if they have DEI, we don't need to be shopping there as conservatives and all this shit. Like, oh, if they support LGBTQIA, we don't need to be shopping there as conservative Republicans. We don't believe that shit. And organizing motherfuckers online to boycott people, and they feel their wallet's getting smacked around, and they don't want the attention, saying we're gonna pull if you don't do this for us. So then they just scale back what the fuck they doing, because these companies is about making green, and they try to do the right thing. But if they try to do the right thing and they green get fucked with, they got to make a decision about their green. Like, you know what I mean? It's fucked up. But yeah, the only thing that matters is green. So we look at climate change, lack of diversity. You know what I mean? Like, these Republicans on some bullshit. Target and Anheuser-Busch all have been boycotted, seen them lose millions to billions. Elon Musk and other conservatives have pushed this all-white man agenda bullshit, right? So you making companies pivot their approach, right? Like turning their backs on their consumers they used to support. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me, you know what I'm saying? But this is what it is. Starbucks says he's going after another company now. It's a G move for him and his followers. It's a prick move for us because he offending the motherfuckers. You can't do that shit, man. Because if it's fuck me, it's fuck you. Like, you can't do that to people. If people are trying to help other people and bring notoriety and respect to them and their causes, let people live, man. This is crazy. So Percy and Starbucks, a 35-year-old Cuban American, you're a minority motherfucker, told the Associated Press that, quote, "It's not lost on me my kids will benefit from this stuff," but he opposes hiring decisions that factor in race as well as DEI initiatives, employer resource groups that promote non-professional activities, and any policies that, in his view, allow social issues and policies to become part of a company culture. He's delusional. That statement alone shows he's against his own self-interest. Your children? So motherfucker shit on your children, oh, you Cuban, I ain't fucking with you. And don't give them a fair share because they're Cuban. And now instead of you... Maybe you had a hunch and you motherfuckers were sloppy and did what they did. Now they can just do it and it don't matter. She's delusional. You can't trust people that hate themselves and their own people. Quote, "People should go to work without having to feel like they have to behave a certain way in order to be acceptable to their employer." End quote. He said, I agree. You don't have to be friends when you go to work. You do have to respect each other and others' differences. What Barack say, we don't have to like each other, but we got to live together. Like, we don't have to agree on certain shit, but we got to agree to live together. Like, because we're all human. So it comes down to what? What it come down to, y'all? It comes down to the customer base, right? If your largest customer base is conservative, whites, you drop all the woke, nigga, wetback, chink, illegal, and faggot-loving initiatives or lose our money. That's what they saying, fam. That ain't what I'm saying. That's what they saying, right? The companies are compromised and have been compromised because money is green. Going back to the money is green. So the head of these companies values their largest base as dollars over its smallest. Business 101. DEI, I&E, IE, and D. Come on, G, whatever the fuck you want to call the shit. The Supreme Court, Project 25, all are real. This shit is going on. Wake up. While you motherfuckers talking about I'm gonna vote for Trump. These motherfuckers voting for Trump. This is what they own. Replacement theory is real to the whites that believe all the shit we did to people is going to come back on us and they're going to fuck us up, and we ain't having that shit. We finna try to stop that shit. We trying to stay in power. Spend that dough, right? Replacement theory. Whites will get replaced by minorities and take away from them, right? Every policy you're dismantling, you will need, idiots. All the DEI shit, because when you're minority whites, you're going to need that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, what you're saying, everybody else is going to do, you're going to need motherfuckers to say, hey, he's white, give him a chance. We got to have a couple whites in here because we can't have all black and brown people up in here making decisions. That's not representative of the country. They have an interest in what the fuck need to be going on. They should have a voice and say, and we hiring all the people that look like us and our friends instead of giving somebody that's white a chance. That's you know what I'm saying? Let them do their thing. Y'all trying to stop all the shit that y'all gonna need. Go ahead. Put it on the books, motherfucker. Put it on the motherfucking books. Then if that's what y'all want to do, that is dumb. All right? That's done. That's done, right? You should be separating yourself from the past and what your ancestors did to blacks, natives, women, and other minorities. Instead, you double down on what you did because you don't have faith that when you become a minority, you won't get trampled upon as you did others. Effectively shooting yourself in the motherfucking foot. That's it, dumb as hell, y'all. Make it make sense, huh? Make it make sense. Oh, my God. Man, damn. Make it real easy for those that soon will be in power to trample upon you with grace. I don't understand it. You will be replaced. It is what it is, right? You are short-sighted with your views. You have now put your children's future in those that you offended. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Make it make sense for me. Make it make sense for me. Man. Whew. Proper immigration reform, proper gun legislation reform, proper DEI initiatives, all will make this country better. Just do the right thing that makes sense for you. Jesus. All right. Enough politics. Enough politics. Hey, keep us busy with this bullshit that's going on, man. What you want to do, I know, little man. Trying to all that, man. WNBA back popping, yo, last Thursday, 2 Thursdays ago. You know what I mean? Everybody that came back looked decent. CC, y'all know who CC is. Caitlin Clark said WNBA assists by a rookie besting Tina Pinachero. You know what I mean? With 12 games left, at that point in time, she had time to break Alyssa Thomas's record from last year of 316. She has 232 total right now. CC got it done in less games than Pinachero, 28-30. And come on, Coach Quinn, for Seattle with that shit. When cats are rolling, we let them go. We if somebody's just cooking your ass, you had all that game time to stop them, right? But we gonna let them go. You put your players 90 seconds early and like, oh, they're supposed to put their players too. No. Yes, when you put your killer, I'm gonna put mine. But come on, trying to dictate to another coach how they coach is bullshit. I hate it all the time. Coach your team, I'll coach mine, right? I have respect for you. When we up 25 and we pressing y'all, we gonna take it off, right? The teams that had players in the Olympics came back hot. Remember, Phoenix is my dark horse team to make the finals. And the Rookie of the Year race, fuck that shit, because it's getting back to the toxic shit. Just enjoy the game. Just enjoy the game. Because what y'all not saying, Rickea Jackson, the second leading scorer rookie, she averaged like 15. Her name got to be up in that bitch too. I understand. We can't go all wins and losses. Of course, if CC get them motherfuckers fever to the playoffs and shit, and she got a better record than Angel and Rickea and them, CC. You know what I mean? We know the shit don't stop. It's basketball. We got to reward winning. We got to reward we got to reward everything. We got to reward our numbers. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Angel still balling though. Like I said, I would love for it to be cold, but sometimes it can't get cold. Resecured her 20th double-double of the season, 19-20 performance, lost to Mercury last week. So she's 2 double-doubles shy, matching the Sky single-season record set by Sylvia Fowles in 2011 and the WNBA record set by Tina Charles in 2010. Now, last Wednesday, Tina Charles is now the all-time second-leading scorer in WNBA history, passing Tina Thompson behind Taurasi. Shout out. Oh, man. I'm trying to understand some of this shit going on with ESPN and Sheryl Swoopes. Something going on. Because Stephen A. asked on his podcast, asked Sheryl Swoopes why she didn't mention Cece when it came to the Fever and how good they're doing. And it was odd listening to the pod because I'm a fan of Queens of the Court with Jordan, right? That was crazy to not mention Cece. But clearly, we know she's a catalyst for the team in the league. We know Cece is. So we had L. Duncan before the All-Star call out Sheryl Swoopes without listening to the whole pod and everything that happened and only hearing clips. And Sheryl even talked about it on the pod. So I know Sheryl going to say something about Stephen A. and probably figure out what the fuck is going on with ESPN coming at me. Now, Stephen A., I listen to Queens of the Court every week. It is odd that the pod is a WNBA partner pod and Sheryl doesn't talk CC. So something had to happen that's making her not mention CC and say her name. Something had to happen, yo, that we don't know. And that's weird, but okay, because that's their platform. However, when it's a W-sponsored pod, that's kind of a bad look to not mention one of the top players in the league, top rookies in the league. Angel Reese set another record. She's the only player in the W's history to have back-to-back 20 rebound games. That's where she at, right? Only player in WNBA history to have back-to-back 20 rebound game. Shit, right? Maya Morris, number 23, was retired by the Lynx. Basketball Hall of Fame is next for sure. She said she didn't want the night to end. Quote, I kind of don't want this night to end. Some of my favorite people in the world are here with me. I love that. I love Maya Moore, but she done. Shout out to her. Fucking Asia Wilson, man. Yesterday game against the Chicago Sky. Now, Kennedy hit the big three to tie the game. That was a tough-ass shot she took. There you go. Tough-ass shot she took, right? The play that Becky wrote up, I did not like none of the space in that Chicago used and how they did things. I didn't like that. They ran a pick-to-picker where Plum came around and then picked Asia, and then Asia rolled, and I think Kennedy was up top with Gustafson. Megan, she from Wisconsin, shout out. Gustafson. I think Kennedy didn't have to hug her that much. That was within a long-ass pass, and she would have had a long-ass tray. Cardoso, their tallest player, didn't need to be on the ball or out of bounds. To me, I'm pulling Cardoso into the paint to shade Asia, to make Asia have to shoot that catch-and-shoot elbow shot at mid-range. With 1.1 seconds left at that, that's a catch-and-shoot situation. Angel has to stay in physical contact with Asia. That pick, her teammate came in between her and Asia, and that's where the separation happened, trying to get to Kelsey. And because Asia couldn't keep that, because Angel couldn't keep that contact, it was an easy layup for the game. However, Kelsey Plum set in a motherfucking illegal screen doing this, moving her feet, pushing motherfuckers. It should have been called for the motherfucking foul. We ain't gonna say that though, right? Shout out to the W back in full force, man. I gotta finish my season in 2K because the new one finna come out. All right. Quick ones. Chris Brown. Tank. Talking that Chris Brown's better than MJ shit. Now, I believe Chris Brown can challenge MJ in the 4 facets that Tank administers. You know what I'm saying? I believe that for sure. However, the dancing, for sure. I can see that. Now, is Chris better? Is Chris better or greater than Usher? Is a way better comp and argument that we can have a conversation about than the Chris Brown MJ shit. Yeah, because that's tough. That one's tough. That's tougher than Chris MJ. Motherfuckers fighting for MJ and shit. You know what I'm saying? Selling out motherfucking arenas. He's selling, you know what I'm saying? He's doing all types of shit, man. So I don't know, though, but Tank has a hell of a fucking argument. I will say that. When he broke that shit down, I didn't type everything down, but Tank has a hell of an argument for Chris being better than MJ when it comes to certain facets that he was talking about. And the sexy red shit with the whole gonorrhea and yellow discharge and all this shit and booty hole brown and pussy pink and lip gloss and all that shit. I can't wait till she get out of this phase, though, but man, that's just disgusting. Like gonorrhea and chlamydia is the cut. That's not. Girl, what you got on? I got the chlamydia lip gloss. Like, come on, B. I don't know about that, man. All right, y'all. Man, I don't know about that. All right, so next week we'll do my first day life accused as a teacher coach. We'll be back with part 112 of that. All right, I think we out of this joint, right? I think so. All right. Man. Woo, my summer's over, y'all. Oh, man, I ain't playing none of the music either. None of the music that I did is getting in because I ain't pressed record enable on it. That's crazy. I'm just noticing that now. Guess what? I don't care. I don't care. All right. I might add some. I might not. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Support your own American-born African Hill. Listen to and follow the network on various platforms, confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com, and wherever you listen to your podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. Man, I might have to put that music in, but I was messing with the beat and everything. I ain't doing all that. You already know what y'all got to do, man. You know what I mean? Listen to and follow the network on various platforms, confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com, wherever you listen to your podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. The bell for notification, new content when I drop. Search Confidence in the Clutch. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Every subscription matters. Follow us on X, Instagram, and KITK. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. Weekly. Donald Nelson, D-Nell, Dizzle, Deezy, Deezus, Deezos, Don P, Don D, Little D, Donrilla, Digger, host. Confidence in the Clutch podcast with Donald Nelson. The Confidence in the Clutch podcast about sports. Let me see. I can't even do nothing. Entertainment, music, culture, religion, politics, and society. Have a safe and healthy night. If you listen during the daytime, create a great day on purpose, y'all. We about this joint, peace. Without no music. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3, in the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.